Hi, let me explain the title of this video, Insane Fly Fishing. Most of the younger viewers will think, oh, that means I've caught hundreds of amazing fish. Well, actually, in my case, it's a definition of insanity, which is repeatedly doing the same thing and expecting a different result. So I've come back to Gill Head on a day much the same as the first day I went, far too cold and too bright, and got the same result, which is 0 on the fish front. So that means that 95% of you have clicked off now. But anyway, it saves you being bored rotten listening to the ramblings of an old man. I took the opportunity though to go right the way around the fishery and poke about and look for some interesting holes, hoping that when the better weather eventually arrives, I'll be having some enjoyable fishing on midges or dry fly. It's so much nicer when you actually see a fish feed in and target it and then catch it. To me, that's what the fly fishing's about. I'm hopeless at this random sort of fishing. So as you can see, there's a lot of what I call fog, which is actually mist coming in off the hills. Freezing it is as well. And the temperature is warming up quite nicely. And then later on in the day it came back with a vengeance and knocked the temperature down to a minus quantity. And as I'm fishing away, I heard somebody else's phone go on the other bank, and I thought, oh, I haven't put my phone in my pocket, so I've left it in plain view in the car. So I ended up just briefly packing up again and then going back to the car to collect my phone. I didn't want to tempt fate and have it stolen, because somebody could have quite a good time at Amazon at my expense, and possibly a little bit of PayPal as well. That's the worst of modern technology. You're very vulnerable if these items that you regard as completely essential are stolen. Anyway, you may be able to see them. There's a couple of anglers on the other bank. That whirling noise is a little bit of a, well, not a little bit, it's a modern drone I've got, which is quite good on a dry day. It'll follow you about, and I use it later on to get another view of the fishery. If you're wondering why I've got the sort of red trainers on, another age thing, I forgot to put my boots in the car, so you know, I really should have a carer taking me out these days. I'm not safe to be alone. I've got a 4-weight silk line from Cortland. It's not an old-fashioned silk line, it's a modern silk line, but due to this temperature it is coming out very stiff and kinky. I'm going to persevere with it, but it's throwing an awful line with lots of wiggles in it and so on. I could have done with which is rich coming from me because I'm always moaning about the wind. I could have done with a gentle breeze just to help straighten things out. There seems to be a little bit of a breeze blowing down here, so I'll give it a go. I've got 3 small flies on, a cormorant and a grey quill, and some other nondescript thing, a little bit like a damsel nymph on the tail, so I'll give them a bit of a whirl. Right, onwards and upwards, as I say. There was a couple of fish moving where I started fishing. Oh, that's right, you go wrapping yourself around the rod 100 times. There's another 2 anglers fishing on the other bank. Just look at how bright and clear it is at the time I filmed this. Less than 10 minutes later, with hardly any breeze, this mist rolled in. They've got some nice little fishing platforms at this far end of the fishery. In fact, it's quite easy to walk all the way around. I've just circled there, there's 3 cormorants fishing. Yeah, freezing fog has just been blown over again. Temperatures dipped by probably 5 to 7 degrees. This fog is being blown over the bottom of the lake. And I think I saw a fish when I got here, but it looked very fishy, the splash. But since then I've seen countless fish-eating birds. Several cormorants, herons and 1 or 2 other varieties with the prolonged pointy beaks, wanting to stab the living daylights out of everything.
Well, I'm finishing early because my hands are completely frozen, my feet are frozen. It's gone extremely cold with like a freezing fog descending upon the reservoir, so there's about 6 people fishing now, and I found out of speaking to one chap that one person's had one fish on a lure. I didn't say what type of lure, but that's it. Quite attractive when they're quiet. The geese, that is. Oh, yes, it's just to prove there is a fish. That's a dead one there. Good sized fish as well. Anyway, I'll have to come back when the weather is reasonable and fish are rising. I've never been any good at this, chucking it in and hoping for the best blind fishing.
Bye for now. Thank you again for watching. Bye.